Hi, everyone.
Hello,
Hi,
hello, how are you
Simone.
doing there?
Hi, Julie. Good,
Morning.
thank you.
Nice to see
Yay.
you today.
Nice to see you too. Oh, welcome to another art play date. Our rising tide is rising slowly. I'm going to take you on a trip today to the coast. I know, Julie, you're already at the coast, but it's still nice to go on a day trip to the coast. So, Daisy, you've got the wrong thing up. So I'll just get this ready from the beginning. All right, and I'll just move this a bit. Got it in gallery group view. Okay. All right, so hopefully you guys can all see that. So welcome. I've just got a few things on my screen to move around. And so welcome to Rising Tide. Today's art play date, it's a day trip to the coast. And so we've got a 90-minute session, which includes a 15-minute sharing session at the end. It's okay if you need to leave early. If you miss anything, then I will put the replay of this into the Substack, into a blog post on the Substack, and you can watch the replay and finish off there. I don't expect to finish completed paintings today. I'm thinking I'll just lay the base layers down and maybe go over with coloured pencil and detail a bit later on. Depending, I might get some finished. So we've got 5 reference images. And again, in the blog post, I've got links to all of those. And each of the images are timed. So it's a relaxed session. You don't have to have your camera on, but it is really nice to be able to interact and see each other. And so if you share your work online, I've just come up with a hashtag Sam Ashley Art Club, pretty much because everything else I wanted to use was already taken by everyone else. So this one's just going to do. Not that I'm posting to social media, but I will get there. I will get there because I've got heaps to post. All right. So our first one, I thought I'd put down for 5 minutes for a layout plan, but I've actually, since I've already sent you guys the blog post with the link in and the plan and the images that we're doing, which I think I'll keep that as a regular practice, is to send out on the Wednesday, have the blog post where all of the images that we're going to be doing that day, I'll give you a preview to them. We won't always do sketchbook plans like this. There'll be lots of different times like our time drawings, or there could be lots of different activities I have planned for our art play date. Yeah, so I thought we'd go for 5 minutes just for planning if you need it. I've actually already cheated a little bit and I've got mine done because I was experimenting. Do you guys need a 5-minute planning time?
No, I'm all good. Because you sent me the thing, I've set mine up similarly to yours.
Fantastic. And what about you, Simone?
No, I think I'll be right. I'll just draw some boxes and then we can go for it.
All right. I'll just leave it on for a minute or so, and I'll just quickly tell you. So what I'm using an A4 Talon's Art Creations book, and I've used some painter's tape from the hardware shop and I've just cut it in half. I thought I'd tape up my edges this time because I was quite messy before. I'm also experimenting. Yeah, with the squares. Also, if you wanted to photograph them later on, and so what I was doing was photographing them, and you can make, you might want to make a card or something out of them. Because I'm just painting in my sketchbook, I'm trying to find ways where I can multi-purpose the things that I'm creating. So if it's in a frame, I can make a card, maybe, if it turns out. So that's why I thought I'm just going to experiment with some painter's tape. And another reason also, I've used some really old masking fluid. Hopefully this doesn't leave like a yellowing sort of a yellow underneath it. We'll have to just wait and see there. Yeah, so that's why I started early. I just wanted to practice and see if it's going to work. And also in the last one that I did, that's really shiny, I overlapped my circle in the spine part from the center, and so that comes up in the photo. So that's why I've gone a bit smaller with this circle, and I haven't gone over the binding part here. Oh, it's so cold.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it was down to 1 degree apparently last night.
Oh, it's crazy weather.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So are you ready, Simone? We'll move on. And
Yep. That'll be fine.
I'm using gouache today, which I'm still learning how to use, to be honest. It's very different to watercolor. Similar, but
Mm.
dries very fast. What are you guys using?
I've got a little, because I'm at the coast, I've got sort of a limited, not too limited, but I've got a little palette of gouache. I've got one of those, you know, wet gouache palettes that you can grab around, and I've got a travel watercolor palette and some pencils, and you know, enough.
Good. That's
Yeah.
good. I bought one of those,
I'm
Julie.
trying out
Yeah.
I'm trying out a little watercolor palette too.
Yeah.
I bought it recently. I haven't tried it before. It's just a little Faber-Castell.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully that will be okay. Hopefully, being in Faber-Castell, they'll have nice quality, what do you call it, pigments, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
was just having a little play while we were talking. And I've also got pencils. Oh, I've got these, which are cool. Someone gave these to me, I think, or I can't remember. They're metallics. They're watercolors, but they're metallics.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Millions of them. I think they're just a Montmartre, but they're quite fun. Yeah.
Mm.
So I thought you
Do
could put them over the top, you know, like as a little something different.
Yeah. Do you spray? Do you use a water sprayer to spray down your dried paints before you start?
What I did was I got a paintbrush and dipped it in my water jar and just went dab, 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 dab.
That's exactly what I did.
Wet them all. So hopefully that will be enough.
Yeah.
I have to get a hold of one of those little spray bottles. They're great.
They're really good. Yep. Yeah, they're really good. All right, guys. I'm ready to paint. Let's do it. Right.
Lovely.
Here's our first image. We've got 10 minutes for this one. And I'm going to go tiny on this one, so it'll be interesting. Are you ready? I'm just going to press start. Let's go. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thought I was organized, and I don't know if I am. I wonder what I might do is move some of my palette. Here we go. I'm just going to do that. Let's start with, gosh, that's a beautiful color. Gee whiz, some of my gouache is dried already. It dries so fast. Wow.
All righty.
More blue. Yeah, I've been experimenting with gouache a little bit this last week, and I think I might be an oil painter. It dries so fast. It's too green.
But actually, I think if you like doing any plein air, oil painters use it because
Yeah.
you can reproduce the kind of look, can't you? So getting used to it is probably
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been watching a few of the Sarah Burns, her live stream
Oh, yeah.
on her YouTube channel. Oh, she's so inspiring. She's a very good teacher, actually. I've been learning quite a lot from her.
Did you watch the one where she went to the painting thing with the Scottish guy? The Scottish a sort of retreat. They went and painted for 5 days or something. It looked amazing. I would love to do something like that.
Wow. Let's organise it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, fantastic.
I'd love to do that. I just never know what am I going to do with my dog? Although maybe I might have found someone who can look after my dog now.
Well, sometimes there are places where you can go where they let you keep dogs. You know, like, I don't know, what if you did a big four caravan park or something, and we just all shared a cabin, and you can have your dog there, and you just set up your tables and bingo, you know?
Yep.
So,
I mean, yep, I'd love it. I'd love it.
yeah.
Well, all
And you can
caravan
share
parks,
the cost of a big four caravan, you know, like I think there are like $100 a night, but that was for a 4-bed one, you know, like you can, it doesn't have to be enormous either. You could just have it with a few people, and I think that's a brilliant idea.
Same.
I agree.
Why not? Now, what am I going to do?
Gosh, I'm going to go slow this morning.
We almost need a warm-up one, don't we? Like well, maybe we can just count this as our warm-up.
Yeah. Oh, that's so not the color that I wanted. Never mind. I'm with it anyway. I actually like these timed drawing things. They're quite challenging because I do also like painting slow. Like I like, you know, slowing my breath and really painting slow with things. But this just makes me get on with it, you know?
Yes.
That's the thing.
It's a whole it's a whole different.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Mm.
And to let go of that idea that I've got in my mind of what I want it to look like and let some of its own, let it just happen. Wait, what color? So how I'm trying to keep my gouache a little bit wet is I have got, I did a bit of an experiment this morning, and I've got a baby white that I had washed all the aloe vera and stuff out. Wow, that is not the color that I want. I got a baby white and I've completely wet that down. And then I put that underneath some palette paper, and I'm putting my gouache on top of the palette paper.
Yeah.
I'm just experimenting to see if that
Yeah.
works. It's not really working so far.
That's okay. Yeah. Oh gosh.
I'm so wanting to get the colors right. Oops, my clock. Where did that go? Come back. Okay, 5 minutes. Oops, forgot I had that in there.
Oh, these are quite good actually. These colors are very pigmented, quite
that's
strong
fun.
colors. Yeah.
What was that? What brand was that, Simone?
Just a Faber-Castell. I got it from IGA.
Oh wow, nice.
Here's the packet. That's oh, where is it? You see
Oh, wow.
Faber-Castell back to front, but that's just the packet. And
nice.
I think that cost me under $20.
Gosh.
Not expensive, but the colors are quite rich. And I'm not a very good watercolorist. Like I'm just sort of like, I'm treating them like acrylic, really. I'm just painting like I would acrylic almost. But so I like the depth of color. I'm not very good at this sort of working. Was it you work with the pales and work forward to the darks or something? I don't know how to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that clever. Well, I haven't done enough practice, I guess, and watched enough videos to show me how to do it. So I'm just sort of following my nose, but you know.
I just muted myself then. Sorry to use the hairdryer. We've got 2 minutes and 55 seconds left.
Wow, we better hoof it.
I know, where's he? Most of my paint's actually dried out already. I didn't think it would dry so fast. So my idea didn't work.
Maybe a spritzy bottle thing might work.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried it on some wet paper towel, and it soaks, the paint soaks into the towel so much
Right.
that, yeah, it's quite a waste. Apparently you can actually get palette paper, like gouache palette.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Well, Sarah, have you? So the paper that you tried, that was Sarah Byrne's technique, was it?
She started off using so the palette paper I've got is just for acrylic and oils. Apparently you can get other type of, I can't remember what it's called, but other type of palette paper that is for gouache. So it must be, I don't know. Like I've tried oh God, I've tried using canvas, like raw canvas, and wetting that. That didn't really work. And then the tissue paper, oh my God. I'm so used to using watercolor. I'm making these just like watercolor.
Well, I guess that's the thing. You can use whichever technique you like. So,
Yeah.
you know, maybe just invented a nice new, gouache technique.
Oh, time's up, guys.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I didn't get anywhere. Right, I need to put different colors out. How did you guys go?
Yeah. So, splodge, splodge.
Yeah. I think next time I want to go back to watercolors.
I did a little bit of a pencil drawing and sort of filled it in.
Yeah, pencil drawing was a good idea.
I started with the pencil drawing first just to orientate myself, so I didn't wander off into.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yep.
So, oops, I've set the timer. It's another 10-minute one. So let's, okay. Oh,
okay.
I can only, yeah, I've got, okay, ready?
Are you doing this as square or circle, Sandy?
I'm doing it as a rectangle. It's a square rectangle. It's a rectangle. This one.
Yeah,
the bottom one, okay.
Yeah. So this one's a rectangle.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
It's going to be 2.
Okay, time is on. Oh, I can't really see it. I've got a few different things on my screen, so I'm just going to have to move a few things around. All right. I'm also using an acrylic paint marker. From the sky. Oh, wow, that's a beautiful color. Oh, that is a beautiful color. Anyway, not the color that I want, but it's still beautiful. Oh. I just like mixing colors.
Yeah, I know, it's fun, isn't it?
There are so many whales here at the moment. It is wild. Just
Where
every time
you,
went for a run this at Eden. Went for a run this morning and I could see them splashing off out there. It was incredible.
Beautiful.
Did you have rain this morning at Eden?
No.
We had a tiny bit here.
We had a big heavy dew, but and maybe a slight frost even, because we're up quite high. So
Gosh.
we're about 960 meters.
Gosh.
So where are you, Simone?
East of Canberra.
Oh,
So
okay.
nearly at the top of the divide.
Yep.
Not as far east as Braidwood, but sort of
Okay.
over the hill behind the back of us, you get to Braidwood. So
Okay. Well, our primary home is in Canberra, and we have over the last 3 years we've built a house in Eden, my husband and I.
In Eden. Oh wow.
Yeah, just
sounds great fun.
Basically, we've had an electrician,
roofing
people that they put the roof on.
Wow.
And a plumber, but we've done everything else.
Like an owner builder doing it yourself sort of thing.
Absolutely, yeah. My husband was a builder before we went into education.
Oh, very handy person to
know.
know.
Absolutely. Is this 10 minutes, Tammy?
Yes, it's 10 minutes. So I've got 7 minutes left. I'm just going to quickly mute myself because I use a hairdryer to really dry it so I can put other layers on.
Yep, that's fine. And have you been in Canberra for like forever or?
No, we were, we've been there for about 16 or 17 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We were in the Northern Territory for quite a long time. Lived on remote communities.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's great.
My brother's up there too for a while, up at Alice.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, sorry, not Alice, Catherine.
Territory.
Catherine, beg your pardon, Catherine. And then,
I was in Catherine for a long time too.
Oh, fancy that.
Yeah.
And then we went up to Darwin and now it's come back to Queensland. Be closer to family, so.
Yeah. That was us. We absolutely adored the Territory. We homeschooled the kids. Daniel worked as a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just loved it there. But eventually, both our parents were getting older, and there was that whole consideration about spending more time with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we love Canberra. It's been great. I would have to say it's been a very good place for us. There, but 10 acres. That sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice little spot out here, up quite high, and we've just built a house too, actually. Although it was a a transportable from from Lloyd's in Wagga, and they build these very nice houses actually, and so quite happy with it so far.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Ours, we bought it as a kit. So we didn't want to go around chasing materials.
Yeah.
So we bought the kit, and then and lockdown happened, and the whole house arrived on the block in piles. But it was fantastic because when people had supply issues with materials, it didn't bother us because we had the whole house here.
Oh yeah,
of course, yeah.
It was fantastic. Yeah. So and we just spent the whole of the lockdown living in a caravan park in Eden, building, and we had a ball. Wow. It was wonderful. It's really great.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Lockdown affected us too, in the sense that more it was the weather, because we had a whole year worth of rain, and the house was built basically, and we just had to wait for the paddock to dry out. Like, it just took so long. But sort of the same sort of thing. We had a bit of an advantage in that, like, we'd signed our contract before COVID kicked in.
Yeah.
Anyone who signs contracts now, like, it's $100,000 dearer. That's extraordinary,
and the $100,000 dearer, and with a clause to be able to increase the amount of money.
as well. Yeah, you're probably right. Wow.
Gosh.
Because I reckon all the building materials and metals and all that stuff just went through the roof, basically. So,
That's right.
well, and also it was our fires, the bushfires that we'd had apparently killed 10,000. No, what was it? Some huge proportion of our building wood, you know, for frames.
Oh,
and
wow.
was all
Yeah.
in the fires. So we had to go and get it from overseas, like Baltic pine and stuff. But Americans were paying top dollar for that sort of thing. So, and it was cheaper to get it and easier to get it across to America than it is to get to Australia. So they sort of got first dibs or something or other. I don't know, some sort of arrangement like that. So, yeah.
Lucky you've done all that, Sammy.
I know. I was thinking that. I got in just in time. Ways.
It's funny you call Sam Sammy, because my nickname is Sammy. Back when I was at uni. Yeah, I've been meaning to mention it to you, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, it's just funny. Yeah. When I was at uni.
2 minutes and 13.
What?
I know. Julie, Simone and I have done, how many? I think we did 2, maybe 1. I can't remember. Just really quick timed paintings where like
the 2-minute ones. Yeah, they were great. Actually, in hindsight, I really like them, Sam.
Me too. I think I'm better at those. I'm not very good at the in between. I think I'm an all or nothing person. I know I'm an all or nothing person, to be honest. But I like either really, really fast, where you really don't have much time at all to think or get things perfect, flashing down the colour, or I like a long time. This, I'm kind of struggling with the in-between bit a bit.
It's a different sort of skill again, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Interesting. It's very interesting. Oh, that's a green. Oh, it was a black.
I did that.
Yeah.
You picked up a green that I did not expect.
Yeah. Well, it's really dark, like a phthalo green or something. And in the watercolor pan, it just looks like black. That's okay. We're going to have a slightly greeny whale. That's all right. Actually, I quite like the green.
So 35 seconds. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm definitely going to be going over these again later, because is that cheating?
No, there's no cheating.
No.
No such thing.
The thing is, we're actually doing it, and that's the best part, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
There are no rules.
That's right. No rules. I like that. No rules and no restrictions.
And no art police looking over your shoulder.
4, 2.
Oh
no! Time's up. Oh
my gosh! Hello, yeah.
Our next one we have 15 minutes for, and it is the combi, which I love. Fans. Now I'm going to swap my paint over to the other side. And I might actually swap water as well, because that's quite dirty. All right. I'm going into a circle this time. Wow, I'm a messy painter. Okay. Bring this over. Do you guys paint every day? It's probably a silly question, because probably you don't, but some people do, and I can see the benefit of painting every day. Okay, anyway, I'm going to press start. You guys ready?
Yep.
I think there's a real flow that you get when you do paint every day.
Yeah,
Have we
well,
started?
certainly in a material sense, you get more used to what
Have
you're.
we started?
Oh, yes, sorry, Simone. Yes, we just
Oh,
started just
sorry.
then,
All right.
15 seconds
Okay.
ago. All good.
Okay.
I don't. I have been through periods when I have, I do the 100-day projects every year usually,
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. But life gets in the way, doesn't it?
Oh, God, too much. I don't know how to not let it get in the way. So many unexpected things happen, or you get sick. Like I've been a bit sick this week, and then all sorts of things happen, and then
Yeah.
I want to
We
do
had
it.
big car issues. Our cars died, so it's lost, its clutch is gone, so it's going to need a 5,000, well, plus brakes and stuff. It's going to be $5,000 worth of work. Well, like, I'm sorry, that
Oh my gosh.
isn't going to happen. So we're going to have to looking at having to buy another car, and we're sort of juggling cars and
Oh dear.
yeah,
Cars.
but it changes the whole dynamic of your day and your week, and so you just got to sort of work around it, I guess. Well, I do a lot of digital work because I do a surface pattern design, Julie, and
Oh, okay.
and actually just yesterday, if you look on my Instagram, I've launched my calendar for this year.
Saw that.
Yeah, so
Well, that's great. I'll have to have a look.
That's very well, talk about being brave and things. It's agonized so long yesterday. It took me forever to make that post because I kept getting interrupted because you got to think hard about it, and the photos were terrible, and I took some selfies, and of course all the writing's back to front, so then I had to figure out how to go and flip my photos. And anyway, so it's not the best photos, well, the ones with the calendar are good, but the ones of me I don't think are that great. But I don't think it's a whole another skill, the photography. So
Stories, isn't it?
that's true. Yeah.
It's so you've got to be multi-skilled in all, like any of this stuff. You've got to be a software person and an email person and a
designer.
That's interesting.
You've got to know how to use all the products like Canva or Photoshop, or you don't need.
Yep.
Well, I haven't
graphic
been
design type.
Yeah.
Graphic design type things and
all the SEO for search engine optimization stuff.
Oh well, yeah. Well,
there's so much to it. Oh my God, it's like this is what I'm finding in this practice month or so that we've been doing these, Simone. I've just found I'm spending more time on the computer doing all of that kind of stuff and less time painting.
Yeah. I guess you got to, but I mean, if painting is the whole reason for existence, what is it? Then we have to figure out ways of fitting it in as well, obviously. So I think it's just a matter of juggling and time management and that sort of stuff.
I know.
Not that that's easy, but I'm the worst in the world in terms of managing time. But and also I think I tend to fiddle around on things that aren't as important. Whereas this week it's something exciting on the weekend. I don't even Julie, you know Rodney's nursery in Canberra.
Yeah.
Oh, on actually not the weekend, Tuesday, I went in there and said, would you be interested in having some of my paintings selling, there? And they said, yes, that'd be great.
Oh,
I was
lovely.
like, oh, okay. Now I've got to get organized. And so it's like you've got to sort of step out and do a few different things, and then you never know quite what's going to come around the corner, so.
Have you been to Splatter, Simone?
To where, sorry?
Splatter Gallery.
Oh, I have. I've got one of their flyers on my fridge, and I got it from them.
Because they're always looking for new local people to.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's interesting. I was going to put it in Trove. I was going to try putting it in Trove, which is in Dixon, but they're a little bit. I think I had to pay $200 or something to join, so that was a bit of a off-putting, upfront costs. although I think you get it back, but
Splatter is
once you've
amazing.
been a member.
I've got a friend who is a
Yeah.
painter, and
Yeah.
she sells they sell her paintings, and they are just desperate for them. And Christine's
Really?
paintings, she sells. Christine said, "Oh, you know, like a few hundred," and she said, "No, forget that, $2,500," and she sells them. But it's a gallery;
What?
they take 40%. You don't pay anything for it.
What
and
what this is Splatter, right? And what was the
Splatter,
painter's
that's
name?
in Belconnen Mall.
Yeah, and your painter, your friend, what was her name?
Chris Ramsey. She's a beautiful painter. She's on Instagram.
Yes. So yeah, I probably wouldn't feel quite confident doing it that price. That is for sure.
But the Angela there is very experienced and will tell you what you can get for your work.
Right. Okay.
Chris did she and I both did a 100-day project together, and she did little paintings every day, right?
Yeah.
She sold those paintings that she'd done, you know, a couple of years before for hundreds of dollars, $100 each. You know, and they were not particularly
through Splatter or through who?
Through Splatter. Angela there has sold heaps of stuff. People go in there looking for Australian things and local Canberra things, you know, like.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you've made up my mind. I'm going to do it. You have to start making more paintings. I won't have enough paintings to go around.
Get some old stuff out. You know, go through your books and, you know.
Well, I tell you what, I have had a little bit of trouble with. I've done lots of things in sketchbooks and whatnot, but when I go to put them into a frame, like the dust inside the frame, I can't get the dust out. And no matter how many times you pull it out and vacuum it and whatever, you shut the frame off and bang, there's dust inside the frame. And I feel like I can't sell it because it's got all these specks inside it. And I don't quite know how to get around that.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I have, so I have a friend, Jessica, who does cyanotype, and was it her? Yeah, she does a special vacuum and all the rest of it. Oh no, there was someone else. They said they have a special glass cloth or something that must pick like maybe it's a microfiber, you know, those cleaning cloths or something. Maybe it's something like that. Anyway, so that's another idea.
Yeah, some sort of anti-static cloth or something.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
To get it off.
What's our time, Sam?
Yeah, 6:47.
Oh, okay. So we've still got a couple of minutes. Okay, good.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Vehicles are my least favourite thing to.
Yeah, well,
I've only just started drawing them actually, and I've realised, holy mackerel, I need some practice there.
I actually quite like them because they're very geometric, which makes it sort of easier for me somehow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm right into the pattern stuff. Oh, wait, where am I?
Yes, that's right.
I brought one of those watercolor, the gouache wet palette box, Jules.
Did you?
Yeah, I find it really messy though, and I like putting my paint out like this. I thought I was going to use it today, but it's actually more time consuming for me because I make quite a mess.
I have actually found it pretty good.
Yeah, wow. I'm just going to use that color. Okay, cool.
What aspect of it do you find messy?
Well, first of all, I did overfill a couple of the palette of the things.
Okay.
But like if I'm using a palette knife to get a little bit out and put it on my plate palette, I find that a bit messy.
Okay.
How do you use it? Do you just use the paint straight from the
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mix on the lid, and I have a bit of a mess, but you know, it's all right.
Yeah.
Whatever. But maybe I'm just messier than you and happy more of a slob when it comes to painting.
I do like it when my colours do mix in together. Like with my watercolour palette, I like leaving the last painting colours there. Sorry. Yeah, I like leaving the last, like I like mixing it with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Previously.
I've done that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tend
pick
to
up
have
the
a
colours
basic
from
blue
before,
puddle, a basic green puddle, you know, like and a sort of dark puddle, and that sort of
That's your area. 4 minutes and 9. Yeah, so maybe the next one of these art play dates, I think I'm just going to do timed drawings where I choose a theme. Well, actually, how I've done it with my Substack, each month I've actually planned out the whole year of themes for next year.
Wow.
Each month is a different theme, because that way it's sort of, if you know what you're doing ahead of time, although I actually don't like working like that, but if you've got other people who are, you know, if you're doing something, you kind of have to be planned.
yeah.
A bit, like I'll probably change things a lot, but I do change things a fair bit.
Well, you've got the freedom then, though, to do that. If you've got a plan and then something pops up which is then very relevant or something, then you know, that's all good. You don't have to stick to it hard and fast. But if you if you get, you know, you run behind because stuff happens, then you've already got your planning all set up, so it makes it
and I can fit, like I will have freedom within that plan. Sometimes I think in some ways planning does give you a lot of freedom, because I mean, it doesn't mean, like, if I can plan it, if I can, you know, one day I might just feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like I just want to go and do some plein air painting down the beach, or meet Julie and Eden and go and paint at the wharf, or paint the boats, which I've been meaning to do for a very long time, haven't I, Jules? And I will get there very soon. You know, then I know that content or those photos I take of the art that I've made or whatever it is, that I might not publish that to social media until whatever month it is. Probably not explain myself. So I'm still practicing talking and painting at the same time.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah, no doubt about it. Isn't it the left hand, right side of your brain thingy?
Yeah, the changeover. It's hard. Yeah.
1 minute 42. I have to go and get my eyes tested too.
Okay. Where'd you do that?
No, I've got to. Well, I went to Specsavers, but I'm thinking, like, that was a while ago, and I keep getting emails, you know, I've got to go back there for another test. But I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I go to Specsavers. I quite like them.
Me too.
Yeah.
I find them quite good,
Okay.
And my glasses are really expensive because they're multifocals and whatnot, like that, you know, horrendous actually. I've got to get a new prescription shortly, but yeah, $600, so basically.
Oh my goodness me.
Yeah, it's because they're multifocals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have multifocals
and they're
too.
thicker. Yeah.
When you say multi, is that
they're great glasses?
2 levels or 3? Can you get ones with 3? Oh, good. That's what I need.
Yeah.
I had the 2, like, and I just cannot wear them. I just feel so.
But they're also it's not a split lens like bifocals. It's just continuous sort of.
Continuous, yeah.
Oh, that's what I want. Oh,
they're great. I love them.
Time's up, guys. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, one last thing.
Yeah. It's
Interesting. I've been using a Sharpie, which is good for
oh,
drawing outlines of things
Nice.
I have
because I
much
like sharp
better
lines.
fast ones. I get much more down in the fast ones than I am in these ones.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to swap my palette over to the other side. I like to try and keep my page clean. Oh my God, I'm freezing. I'm moving my palette on the different sides depending on where I'm going to be painting. So then,
Run and get a jumper just a second.
no, that's okay. Maybe a blanket for my legs, actually. Oh no, it'll be all right. Drink.
We can wait a minute, Sammy, if you need to go and get
That's
some.
right. You can turn it off for a jiffy and go and.
No, that's okay. It'll keep me. Maybe I'll keep
on
my
your toes.
yeah. Wow.
My whale turned out way better than I expected. That's like,
Oh, yay.
totally, yeah.
Great.
All right, guys, are you ready for the next one? It's another 15 minutes, and they're three beautiful. Oh no, Tanya's been waiting. I'm just gonna let Tanya in. I didn't see that. I wonder if Tanya, have we missed you? Unmute yourself if you can hear us. I don't know how long she's been there. I just saw it. I'm sorry. So it's just saying Tanya's just connecting. Hi, Tanya. Oh, I've got you on mute. So when you join, you just have to unmute. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I'm so sorry. Were you waiting for very long? I didn't see you.
Oh, I got on about 20 past. Yeah. That's okay.
There you are.
Oh, goodness. Oh, 20 past 10.
Hello, Tanya.
Oh,
How are you?
Hello. It's 20 past 9 here in Queensland.
Oh, I forgot all about the time difference. I totally forgot about the time difference.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh,
So what time was it set for?
I totally forgot that you were in a different time zone. It was set for 9:30 Sydney time. I should have specified that.
Oh, so it's been going since 8:30.
I'm so sorry, Tanya. Yeah. Oh, no. Right. Well, that's something I've learned is to really specify the time zones. I just didn't.
I forgot. I forgot where you lived.
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew you were in Queensland, but I forgot that there was a time difference between the two of us.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. It made me clean up my studio.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, we've got two more paintings to go. So we've done two 10-minute ones.
Okay.
I've done them quite badly because I'm very, very slow today. We've done two 10-minute ones and we've done one 15-minute one. So we've done the shells, the whale, and the combi. Don't know if you can see that one.
Okay.
So we
So are you having a particular size that you're setting them up as?
Mine are quite small because I find I'm still trying to work out how to use the gouache paint, how to layer it without it mixing in too much together. So mine, the pelicans, it's about 9.5 centimeters square is what I'm doing for the pelicans.
Okay.
Fairly small, I'm keeping these. And then the next one, which will be the landscape, it's pretty small as well. Maybe 10 by 12-ish, maybe. I don't know. What is that? 14 by 10.
You've got two A4 pages, haven't you, Sam?
I have, yeah. So I'm using an A4.
Divide up about 5 paintings, so that's not a lot of space for each one. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So that's
it's good because it means they're quick and not overwhelming.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm literally just putting down base layers. I'm not getting a whole painting finished. I will go back over them later on this afternoon and put details in. Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm so Oh,
You must have been wondering where I was.
I thought maybe you had decided that because you've got another thing to go to after this. I thought maybe you didn't have time and you weren't. Yeah, we waited for a fair while and then I just thought, oh, you mustn't be coming today. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad you're here.
I was actually thinking you were having technical problems because I thought maybe I should message her.
Oh. I'll know next time. I will definitely
know next time, for
on
sure.
this next
Yep.
time. All right.
Yeah, never mind.
All right. So I'll just introduce Tanya. This is Julie. Julie, Tanya. Tanya, you know Simone.
Hello.
Yep.
Nice. All right. And so this is recording. And all right. Are we ready to get started on the Pelicans?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So this one is a 15-minute one. Just got a message come through at the same time. And okay, go. Okay, I've just pressed start. So I think I'm going to sketch this one in, maybe. Yeah. Or actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do the background. It's always good to do the background first.
I've never used gouache before, so
Yeah, I'm finding it very different. I don't know, I'm struggling a bit with it today, to be honest.
I just decided I'll use pastels.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, I'm going to try them in. Yeah. Yeah. Oil pastels?
No, pan pastels.
Oh, nice.
They're just I'm very new to them. I've only done 2 plays with them.
Yep.
But and I'm new to art. Like I only started in September 21 with acrylics, so I'm just starting to try different mediums.
I
But
think you're amazing, Tanya. What you have done in that short period of time. Oh my goodness, you're amazing.
Absolutely.
oh,
Yeah,
wow,
I agree.
thank you.
And so prolific.
Yeah, well, I try and be quick.
Yeah.
Like I don't try to spend very long on a painting because it well, for one, I'm an impatient person. And when it comes to craft and stuff, like it's sewing, knitting, it has to be done straight away. Otherwise, I just leave it in the cupboard for another 7 years.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally get it. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't stand things that take 5 years to do. That just drives me insane. So
Yeah. So I like acrylics and
Yeah.
and I'm also now just watching something on watercolors. I'd like to learn how to do watercolors too. So
Yeah.
I just want to have a go at everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally agree. I just want to do everything as well. There's just not enough time in life.
I know.
To fit it all in.
Yep. Same.
Give it a red hot crack though.
Yep. And what made you become interested in painting?
Like I've just always been a creative person with other things, but I've never really done painting. Like I would have a go at sketching something, and I've always sort of, I don't know, been arty. But well, it was during COVID.
Yep.
And I needed to quieten my brain because I have a very active brain.
Yeah.
And I started doing, and also, kind of like I was recovering in grief from my daughter-in-law died. So,
oh dear.
Yeah, so I was stuck in a grief cycle. So it just helped me, calm down my brain.
Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
amazing.
Yeah, and then I was getting all of this commendation, which was so validating, which I'd never experienced before, and
wow.
encouraged me to keep going. So,
It's fantastic, Tanya.
Yes. So it is a great outlet.
Amazing.
So this will be fun.
I've also got a very, very overactive mind, and I find that the only thing, or walking in the bush also helps calm me down, like, you know, good 10 kilometers at least.
Wow. Yeah.
But painting stops me thinking about all the stuff. Just helps
Well,
my mind.
yeah, it's a mindful thing, isn't it? You have to really, you can't be doing
Focus.
this and be worrying about something else at the same time. It just doesn't
No.
work.
Mm. Mm.
No, it is good.
Yeah, just gives your brain permission to not think about those things that are irking it, and yeah, gives it a break. Yeah, it's very true.
So then I fell into that rabbit hole of, oh, well, how do you monetize it then? What am I going to do with all of this work? So then I was like,
Yeah.
you know, then you're learning all the business side of things, which does take you away from the creative side.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's like, well, what do you do with it?
Yep.
I'm really, we've sort of been having that conversation even before we started today. For me, I'm constantly, do I really want an art business? Like, it is a lot of work to have a business, and it does take you away, a lot from the actual creating, although business itself is creative.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I actually quite find it quite fun. I mean, it is a little scary. Like, for instance, I have committed to sending out my first email newsletter in this month. So it's getting close to the end of the month.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm just going to make myself do it. And even if it's not fantastic, and even if it's not perfect, and even if I've only got 25 people, I don't care. I'm just going to, well, I do.
Yeah.
I've only got 25 people on my list. I'm just going to do it anyway. And I don't care if it's 100-word email, you know, like, hi, how you going? This is me. You know, I've got a new calendar. You know, that's it. You know, like, just to get it started, because I think often that is the hardest, or one of the very hardest things to do, is just to, you know, bite that bullet and go for it. You know, and so
Absolutely,
yeah.
good on you. I think that's
Fun.
fantastic.
Yeah, that is
thank
good.
you. I'll tell you what did really help is I've tried MailChimp. I've tried something else, a couple of different email programs, and I just got stuck and bogged down, even though I did, you know, videos and whatever. But I've got a friend who's using Klaviyo, and she's nearby, and I met up with her for a cup of tea last week, and yeah, she gave me some ideas and hints and tips, and she says, yeah, dead easy, just do this, this, and this. It's like, oh, okay, you know, like, when you've got someone who can actually,
yeah, someone who does it,
give you some,
Yeah.
and we sat there with our laptops, and, you know, like, it was really helpful. So that's given me a lot more confidence that I can do it, and it's not that big a deal. And she sends out fantastic emails. She's just so good at it. She's got a really good, she does cyanotype printing, so it's all of her artwork is all the same sort of lovely blue color. So all of her marketing is dead easy, because it's got this wonderful theme that runs through everything. It's easy for her to sort of coordinate it all and make it sort of look, you know,
Cohesive.
Like, it all hangs together really nicely, you know, like all the branding and everything's easy because of that. I mean, that might also be a bit boring for other people, but, you know, I don't know if I could just stick to just the blue, to be honest, but yeah, but anyway, it's
I've changed my brand colors so many times. I love that stuff. I love that part. I find really, really creative. My thing is, like, can I be consistent? Like, I get right into things. I go gung-ho I love starting things, and then I just go, oh my God, this is so much work, I can't do this, and I go back to teaching. I mean, I haven't ever left teaching, but then I make teaching my focus, and I work 5 days a week, and then I go, oh my God, I can't do teaching.
Yep.
Like this.
That's right. That's an avoidance issue, and I do that all the time, because I might say, like, for instance, I don't talk to this guy, would you want my paintings to sell in your shop? And then I'll get cold feet, and then I won't talk to him for 6 months, and then by then, you know, the pot's gone cold, and, you know, you've lost your opportunity, because I get scared, and then I go back again, oh, are you still interested? So now what I've decided is, if I make something like that, I've got to do it right now. It's got to be soon. It's got to be a deadline. I've got to act on it. I've got to act on it straight away. Otherwise, I get scared and I run back, and then I go and do a different sort of art for the next 6 months, and then I get my confidence back and think, oh, have another go. But it's a cyclical thing. I've seen myself doing it over and over and over. So
I'm the same.
I am not going to let that happen. So that's why I've said, right, I have to do this thing by the end of October, because I just know I will get scared and run away again. So yeah,
identifying those things is really important, though, Simone, isn't it? That's great. I mean, it sounds like you're on the right pathway, but like based on my friend Christine, I would not discount using older work.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have to make new things all the time.
No, that's true.
She sold paintings that were on oil sketch paper. You know, they weren't all on canvas or.
So you had to put them in a frame. She'd have to put them, like, frame them and stuff, like.
Yeah. She framed them, but you know what she does? She goes to Kmart or Target or IKEA, and she gets proper the mount board cut. So, and she knows how to make it look professional because she's been selling her own work for a long time. But really, like you said, self-sabotaging is the worst thing. Use the work you've got. Just get going, you know, like.
Yeah. And look, they can only say no, can't they? I mean, like, that's not going to kill you, you know.
Exactly. I see. And you know what? They'll probably say yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
Which part's more scary, though? It's like, oh.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's such a buzz. It's a thrill. Yeah.
What about all the insurances and things? That's where I get, like, I'm a bit nervous about that, the insurance and what type of insurance to get, and I don't know, all the fees. And
what do you need insurances for? Tell me.
Well, I just remember, like, over 18 months ago it was now, there's a guy, I'm just checking, we've got 3 minutes 53 left. On the project, it was more than, maybe 18 months ago, someone, I don't know who it was, I can't remember, his house burnt down. I'm just looking for black. His house burnt down, and he hadn't claimed, he hadn't, what do you call it? He hadn't told his insurance company, declared, thank you, that he was selling eggs at the bottom of his driveway. Like, he just had an honesty box there. And he was like an honesty box with eggs at the bottom of his driveway. And because he hadn't declared to the insurance company that he was making money from his home, they wouldn't cover his home insurance.
That is bloody disgusting. Insurance companies are broke.
Yeah.
It's just an outrage, isn't it?
It sure is. I think insurance has changed since then, but I'm not sure what that means. Like, I have actually spoken to NRMA once before about it, and said, well, because I'm not actually making any money. I don't have a business yet. I'm still setting up and pretending I've got a business. But I've got an ABN number, and it looks like I'm making money. It looks like I've got a business, but I don't. So I'm a little bit worried. I mean, I've got so much bush. You know, it's going to be a bad fire season. What if? Do I need to get insurance? What kind of insurance? And then, am I going to make enough money? Back to that. Am I going to make enough money to cover all the fees, let alone my time?
This is really bad. Sorry, I'm laughing at my little attempt here. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
not what we were talking about.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I knew that.
It doesn't look great. I should have stuck with paints. I just thought,
I'm sure
I'll do something that's quick, and anyway, it's getting me to practice these things, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And you got to try before you
that's
get good at it. We sort of expect we've got to be perfect first off, you know. So
no,
you're an artist, can't you do this first time round? You know.
I'm still practicing.
Yeah, exactly. I think we all are. But also, you know, you want to your ideas are way out ahead out there somewhere. You know, you can't. Takes a while to get there.
It does.
You're always so positive and encouraging, Simone. It's so beautiful. I really love it.
Oh, thank you.
Isn't it good to actually bounce ideas off other people, though?
Yeah, it is.
So good.
It
It's
sure
good
is.
to hear other people talking about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I'm not the only one
Yeah,
with a 3-minute attention
absolutely.
span.
Yep.
That's me.
Actually, I think since I've been in Sophie's mentorship thing,
Yeah.
that's really made a difference as well in terms of giving me confidence, because I know that there's a plan, and it doesn't depend on how I'm feeling or how, you know, it doesn't depend on my art style or whether I'm good at oils or not, or it doesn't depend on anything except sticking to the plan. You know, like you do your emails and you send out your messages in a such and such a time, and you know, like that means it's sort of doable, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
a
find that
plan
very-
is great. I agree.
I haven't followed a plan yet. I'm still just going along, making it up. Time's up, you guys.
All right. Well, I got a drawing, but no paint. Pardon me.
So far, this one's I'm still nowhere near finished, but I'm happiest with the penguins, the pelicans, than I am with anything else I've done so far today, because
Wow.
nothing's anywhere near finished.
That looks good already.
Oh, thank you. There's a lot missing, but yeah, I'm happier with this one than my others. I think it takes a little while to warm up.
It does. Yeah. You probably get better as you go along. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't sign up for that Sophie's sketch a day thing because I just can't commit to that.
No.
But it would be
No.
good to learn how to do things quickly.
I joined Katie Moody's Patreon. That's good. Like just joining other people's Patreons just to
How
see.
much is that?
But it's I think it's about $15 a month. But the thing with Patreon is you can just join for a month, see if you like it or like the person, and then you don't have to go. You don't have to keep. You can just not pay. You can, what do you call it? You can unjoin. That's not the word.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. But I really like her. I like her organization. I like her layout. I think she's very professional. I really like what she does. And there's this sort of stuff. She has that in her Patreon as well, like the time drawings. Oh, cold. Okay.
Cool.
Right. So we're ready to move on to the next one. The next one is a 25 minutes. I'm just getting the timer ready for that. A 25-minute one.
And what's that one going to be? The scene?
Yes.
Okay, I just noted. I'll draw a square.
Yes, that's all. I'm just putting sticky tape around the edges of mine.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Same thing, so that we can rip it off later.
Oh, well, these pen pastels, you can actually rub them out with an eraser.
That's clever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
wow.
did you call them? Pen pastels?
Pan pastels. They're like a little they're in like a little pan. And
That's interesting.
they have an applicator, which is like a little foam
Like
sponge.
interesting.
Yeah, and I just got them on Amazon to try because I was watching them on YouTube, and
Yeah.
they have a translucency similar to watercolor, but you can erase them and you can build on them and you can blend them on the paper or not on the paper. Yeah, they've got a lot of good qualities. That's why I want to get to know them.
Yeah. For sure.
Right. What did I do with the white? Oh, I've lost. Oh, there it is. I'm just putting out some more paint.
Don't know. I'll keep going.
And then I love raw sienna. yellow ochre at the moment. Put that on. Some of these gouache paints that I've got are so old, they're really sticky. Okay, haven't started the timer yet. Sorry, it doesn't matter if you've started. We're a bit like, oh wow, I've already got heaps of that color. Never mind, now I've got even more. Ultramarine. Ultramarine and where's ultramarine? I haven't got it. Ultramarine and raw sienna and white. Oh, sorry guys, I'm a bit, there it is.
Yeah, I think that's what I use too to make black, the ultramarine and yeah.
Have we started?
No, sorry, Jules, I'm just getting my paint out. I'm going a bit slow. Okay. Ready? Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Let's go. On. Whoops. Oh, I'm going to need more white than that. Oh, this is fun.
It is.
Yeah. Don't know why I haven't got my pencils out. I'm nowhere near ready for pencils yet.
Yeah.
I like putting the pencil layer over the top.
Mine's still packed away somewhere. I can't. I've just been using my boys' pencil box. Oh, and I do have some, what do you call them? Derwents. That's right. I was using them the other day. That was good. But I do have some watercolor pencils is what I need, I reckon.
Yes,
So then you can,
they're good.
yeah, incorporate them in.
Yeah.
Or do you sketch with your watercolor pencils like you were doing the other day?
Yeah.
Sketching with.
Yeah, I like sketching with watercolor pencils because then it doesn't, like grey lead pencil can shine through the paint, like if you're using acrylic.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm finding. Yeah.
So watercolor is good for that. Oops, too much. Well. No, I feel like I'm starting to get into the groove now. Finally.
And that probably is the advantage of painting every day. It probably doesn't take you as long to get into it, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I swing back and forth between digital stuff and real stuff. So
digital and analog. It's all real.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I haven't been using Procreate. I've been using ArtRage just for like hand lettering and things, like for designing the YouTube thumbnails. And I'm really enjoying, I like combining digital and traditional together.
Mm-hmm.
I have got Procreate. I just haven't used it. Haven't learned how to use it yet.
Well, maybe I could do a thing one of these days. If you want to do, I could do a little
yes,
if we're here together or something. I could, if you wanted,
that'd be great. I love Procreate.
Introductory, basic sort of beginner, how to create a canvas. Well, I mean, there's a million YouTube in the worst of it, but and I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. I just know the sort of things that I want to make, and I've figured out what I need to do to make those things.
Yeah.
So I'm still looking up, I'm always looking up saying, how do I, shift this from here to there or change this or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm happy to
yeah,
I don't
that's
know how we do it. You can do it on Zoom, but then I'd need an upper top camera thing to shine on the on the
Oh,
screen, but yeah,
yes.
I can.
Actually, yesterday
Yeah.
I was having a little play around with it. I've got a different webcam, and I was trying to at the moment to film my above process, I'm using my phone, but I tried using my other webcam. The camera that you can see my face in, I'm using a Logitech Brio, and it's good. It was expensive, but it's worth it. It's really worth it, because then my other one I've got, which was a much cheaper brand,
Yep.
it's nowhere near as good clear quality as what the camera does, but the Logitech Brio is, so it's worth saving up and buying. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. A good quality webcam.
Yep.
If you can.
Yeah.
Gosh, I think gouache is there's a real fine line between too much water and not enough water, like when you're using it. Oh yeah, too much. "19 minutes. That's good."
Okay. So.
Oh, interesting colors. Right. Not quite the color. Oh, color.
So what's your plans with this?
Doing this, well, I've had a week where, okay, I haven't been very well, so the black negative thinking cap might have been on a little bit. But so I was thinking it would be, so are you familiar with Patreon?
I've only heard about it, and I see people say, "Oh, follow me on Patreon." That's about as much as I know.
Yeah, okay. Well, you've seen my Substack.
Yeah.
Like, Substack is a platform that has similarities to Patreon in that I can turn on, oh my God, that is not the right color. I can turn on paid subscribers. It's basically, so Substack is a blog. It's a website / blog post where I can have free posts, and I can have, and I can turn on paid subscriptions.
Yeah.
And so this is where I wanted the paid to come in. So that way it's like, to me, it's like Patreon. It was originally for writers, predominantly for writers, but more and more artists are sort of coming on. I love the platform. It's so creative. You can upload a podcast, you can have a blog post, you can upload videos directly to it, or as I've been doing, I've uploaded it to my YouTube channel as an unlisted, and then I can link the unlisted YouTube, which then becomes, you can see it on the blog post, but you might not be able to, you can't see it on YouTube unless I make it public, which I haven't been making them public. And I can upload just audio files. So in my blog post, I don't have to have the podcast is a separate section. I can have different sections so people can subscribe to different sections. I can upload little like audio files onto the blog post, photos, text, of course, links to anything you want, like workshops that you're going to have. So I thought what I would do, rather than having Patreon, I found it a really easy platform to use and to get started on. And I thought I would turn on paid subscribers and have this as $15 a month, or you can buy a year and you get 2 months free. So it's $15 a month or $150 for a 12-month period. And that gives you 2 Zoom play dates like this. Better, because hopefully I'll have a lot more practice by the time I turn paid on. And other things that I have, like behind the scenes YouTubes, Paint with me, where I'm not live, but I'm filming my process and uploading all the photo references as well. Did I answer the question properly, or did I just rave on?
No, that's
And don't forget the company, Sam.
Company?
Oh, yeah.
That's the best part. Honestly, yeah, this.
Like
Yeah.
doing it with other people just gives it a whole layer of joy and, like happiness and encouragement and, like.
Yes.
So
to be honest,
I reckon that would actually probably be the clincher for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, I love the painting and all the rest of it, but it's the all the extra bits,
I actually think that is my main reason for wanting an art business, to be honest, is to actually find people who are interested in the same thing that I'm interested in. Because
yes. So are you mainly targeting artists?
I don't really know actually who.
Or people who want to learn how to.
I think
learning. Yeah.
I'm not sure, because one of the students, I showed a couple of the kids at school, or only 1 or 2 kids that I really, that are beautiful and I trust. And, there's some kids you really connect with. And anyway, I showed them my Substack the other day. And then there's one girl said, "Oh, are you going to teach beginners? My dad wants to know how to paint." And my first thought was, "Oh, yeah, no," but then I thought, I actually hadn't even thought, but I don't know. That's a separate thing.
Yeah, you haven't thought of it
as
as a
thing that
teaching
Sophie always says. Your initial first class is always that, beginner watercolors class. That's a classic example for.
I think I want that to be a separate thing. This Zoom thing, I don't really want to teach. I just want to hang out and do stuff. I'll provide I'll lead, like I'll facilitate and I'll lead and I'll give tips and things. But I think if I'm going to teach beginners, that's going to be a separate thing.
Yep. Yeah, well, there's lots of different ways of doing it, aren't there? So
yeah.
No.
Because I like that this
definitely do both, or make little videos and sell them, pop them up there for, sell individual lessons at $10 or $15, $20 a lesson or something. I don't know how you would do it. Yeah.
Did you watch the Odd Orange thing that I sent you?
No, I haven't. No, sorry. I just
that's
it's been
okay.
a bit of a crazy weekend. Yeah.
They've got an interesting business model, because I like checking out. So Odd Orange, I can't remember the girl's name. It's a stationery, but she also does this Zoom thing she charges, she's got 1 free one a month. If you sign up to the Odd Orange newsletter, she's got 1 free Zoom a month and does the time drawings. But of course I can never, the timing, everyone else is in the other side of the country and it's like in the middle of the night for me for all those things. So I can never make it to those things.
Yep.
God, I find it hard.
We definitely need Australian ones. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Or New Zealand or, yeah.
Yeah, we do. But anyway, she doesn't use Patreon or Substack. She's got them. She sells the replays on. So first of all, you can pay. I think it's, I don't know, $6 to join a Zoom. So whether that, I don't know what currency that's in. So she charges to join, for people to join the Zoom, and then she puts the replay up as well. No, maybe the replays are $6. I don't know how much it is to join the Zoom. I've only just done a couple of her free ones that she has. The monthly ones. She sends you the replay in your email if you subscribe to her email. But yeah, I really like. So she's just got them for sale on her website. So she's not dependent on any other platform. Like, you know, all the algorithms change.
You need advertising. So she'd have to like Instagram or Facebook or something. Otherwise people wouldn't know she's there.
I think no matter what, you need that, definitely.
Yeah.
But like for me, oh sorry, I think I've just moved that thing. The Substack is a platform that's great, but I don't own that platform. I can collect people's email addresses. So anyone who subscribes to my Substack, I've got their email addresses. And then later on, if I wanted to go to MailChimp or something, then that's there. I've got them. I mean,
it sounds like Substack is a bit more secure than maybe Instagram, that was going to shut you down at any second just because they have a headache, you know. And like I said another week, I was following this girl in the UK, I think, and she had, I don't know, some enormous number of followers, 30,000 or 40,000, something, a heap anyway. And they just decided, bang, no, we don't like it anymore. Shut her completely down. She had to start from scratch. So,
whoa.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I've heard it. This happened to a few.
Subscribed again, and she had 150 followers. So it was like, wow, that really put the wind at me. And that's why I really want to do this emailing thing, because I think, well, you're much more in charge of that, obviously. So yeah.
That's terrible. I wonder what happened.
I don't know. They decide you.
No,
I've
heard it quite a few times. It can happen. It's no real reason. Like it just a mistake might happen. Someone might pretend to be you. Someone might comment or something in your comments. Like it can be what other people do as well.
Yes, they take offense. They take offense to it or something, don't they? And then they suddenly say, "Oh no, we don't like you anymore." Yeah.
Yep.
Go.
It was terrible.
So how did you get your followers that you've got, Julie? Your email list?
I don't have an email list.
Was that you, Simone?
Oh, no, it's me. That's me. Yeah. No, all good. Yeah, well, I've done a couple of how many I've done? I think I've done 4 markets over about 3 or so years. So I have not been very regular at all. And one was before COVID. That was really good. And I didn't. I've just been asking people for them, I guess, and you've got to ask. That's the thing. And the last 2 markets, I put out a sign-up form saying, would you like to, sign up to my, art tips or studio news type thing and things what I'm up to. I haven't got a very good blurb that I say. Some people are really good with sign up for my newsletter and you'll get 10% discount on your first purchase and all this sort of stuff. I try to copy those sorts of. When I see a post like that, I'll try and do a screenshot of it and try and save it so that I can.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If I think, that's a really good way of putting it. I want to, pinch that or, reword it, but that sort of approach, that sort of tone or whatever. And you really just got to say, would you like to sign up for that? Do you, you've got to be a bit bold. I mean, actually, I work at Spotlight, right, in Queanbeyan. So, when you work at Spotlight, you've always got to say, and would you like a Spotlight bag for $1.50 with that? You get in the habit of just asking. And you've just got to ask. And a certain percentage are going to say yes. And so there's a 25. It's not much, but I thought, blow it, we'll just do it anyway. And we've got to get started somewhere. And
it's good on you.
So, and it is a bit terrifying, but well, It's only going to get easier by doing it more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got this other friend who's on Facebook and Instagram, and she's a homeschooling mum, and she's got, I think, 14,000 followers, but she doesn't make a single cent hardly out of it. And I keep thinking, far out, she needs to monetize it. So I almost think too that if I get good at using this program and I figure out how to do it, I can help other people, and that could be like another little side business for me too, you know, like, because everybody seems to be in the same boat. It's like, oh, this email thing, how do you do it? And if I can just figure out something really basic and easy, and then I'm happy to pass it on, you know, then we can, you know, help each other, and all of us, you know, get better at these sorts of things. So, but yeah, so
5 minutes left.
That's all I'm doing. I'm finished.
I'm just
You're
going to mute
finished.
myself and use my hairdryer. I'll be back in a sec.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright.
had a little it was like sort of like an exhibition thing, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was an art jam where artists all went to this venue, like a gallery, and we all rented like a section, say, you know, I don't know, a space about 3 meters by 3 meters, say, and we could work there all day. So it's almost like an artist in residency. We were all there available working on our art, but we also could display our art, and it was for sale. So I ran a little competition that week where people could enter, you know, by giving me their email address, and they could win one of 2 paintings. So I did a landscape and a water scene, a seascape, so I could sort of gauge what people's interests were in as well. And anyway, so I did get I got about 9 of my friends and about 3 random people. That's all I got. And so I did kind of like carried on, because I was like, oh, you know, thanks for joining up. And I sent an email about that. And then, okay, well, it's going to be drawn in a week's time. All the best with who's going to win. And then I did another one about answering the winner, like announcing the winner. But then I let it slide. I've just, because I thought it's literally 3 people, the rest are my friends. And I was like, oh,
that's okay. Then what you need now, the next thing you need is a freebie. You need a freebie download thingy on your Instagram or something. That's what they always say. I haven't done this. I've created the freebies, but I haven't like managed to hook them up to my email properly. But you know, some sort of sign up when you on your posts or whatever. Sign up for my email list, and you can download this free landscape or something or other that you can put on as your computer wallpaper, you know, like something that, you know, so then we need like every 6 weeks a thing to drive people to your email list, you know, like a competition or a wow, I've hit 500 followers, or, you know, and to celebrate I'm going to give away something, or well, then you got your Christmas, you know, your Christmas thing, you know, like I'm selling, this is my Christmas offering, but for my email subscribers, they get first dibs, so make sure you sign up, you know, like and basically need a rolling email collection strategy, I guess, is the thing.
Guys, 1 minute 50. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. It's just keeping on top of everything. There's so many things to juggle.
That's true. Yeah.
But
I mean, what do they say? To follow the money, you know, like where's your, like, is your money in doing lots of pretty, I don't know.
Well, I'm hardly selling, so
yeah.
My follower count is getting up there. Like, it's over 400 now, so that's surprising me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, good.
So when I get to 500, I'll definitely do something special, but
Well, even when you hit 450, you know, it's
Yeah.
450. You know, why not?
Well, I've only just started putting my art on Blue Thumb and Etsy. So
Oh,
trying to build
yeah.
a collection up there. And
Well,
that's why
a good
they said,
excuse. That's a good excuse to send out an email. I've just uploaded 2 more paintings to my Blue Thumb account.
yeah.
You know,
40
why not?
seconds.
40 seconds.
Yep.
Oh
40
my God.
seconds.
The pressure.
I know. I just need more paint in that bit there. How dirty is your paint water? Is it mine's filthy and I've changed it a couple of times, all of my paint.
No, I'm good at painting with filthy water.
Yeah, me too.
Paper towel in the hand to clean off the brush. That's the magic.
Ah,
Yes, I lose tissues, actually. Yeah.
time's up, you guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Did you paint that, Sam? That's crazy. That's good.
yeah, thank you. That's my favorite
I
one.
can't see yours.
I think I just take
I
a
can't see yours,
take a
Sam.
while to warm up. We'll do
Yeah.
it here in a minute. All right, guys. So
Yeah.
my last slide is a thank you for joining us today. And I have a hashtag, even though I haven't been using it myself. And as I was saying earlier, it's all the other ones I wanted. There's quite a few Sam Ashleys in the world.
Oh,
Whether that's a good thing or a
Mm.
bad thing, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, so using the hashtag Sam Ashley Art Club, I thought, and that way, because I've got a few different ideas happening. I've got this I'm calling Rising Tide, the Zoom art play dates, and then I've got Substack has a few different sections. I've got CoastCards, yeah, and some journal prompts and things like that as well. So that way, everything can go into the one hashtag, hopefully. Anyway, so yeah, I will.
So do you want us to
Very good.
advertise it, or are you still umming and ahhing whether you're going to do it? Do you want us to put these hashtags up?
Yeah, if that'd be great, because then I'm just going to stop the share, and I will remove spot.
Wow.
I'll leave that on
That's
spotlight.
awesome.
Oh, so is that all you guys can see? I'll remove spotlight for the minute, and I'll just put us on. Did that? Yeah, good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, now I can see all 5 boxes now.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay,
Big-
great.
I mean, like
Then
the
we'll
large,
do a share in a sec. Yeah.
Can't see Tanya.
When I turn on page, I'd like some content there for when I do turn on page. If you can't see anything, go into the top right-hand corner, go to view and go choose gallery. Can you see all 5?
Doesn't seem to be an option I have.
Are you on the iPad?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where's view?
Do you swipe it across for the iPad?
maybe.
Oh, there's Tanya. Hello. But I've got an iPad. Oh, there. Hang on. There, I've got another person. I see. Why? How is that happening?
Are you on speaker? I don't know. I haven't actually used it on an iPad before. As such, I've used it. But
I've used Project. I've used it for ages.
oh,
Hang on. Let me have a look at this.
Didn't you say something, Sam, about having things to be updated and stuff, that they change things too? So it could be
maybe
Julie might have an
Yeah.
older version or something.
it could be. I update my Zoom. Well, now that I'm doing,
Yeah. I'll update it after this. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Tanya has vanished again, but never mind. Oh, there's Tanya. So every time someone makes a noise, they're appearing. I don't know what I've done.
You
with
must
it.
have speaker view.
Yeah.
If you had it on, if you can change it to gallery view, then you can see.
Hang on.
I don't know how you do that.
Aha! Gallery view. Oh my god. Now I can see everybody. Cool.
Oh, good. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Thanks so much for your encouragement, everyone. I really had a wobbly and I just thought, oh my goodness, this is so much work for, I can't see it's financially viable to do this, but I am obsessed. I can't stop. Like
As It's meant to be, Sam, meant to be.
I was just wondering, can you record it so you have it like, say, 10 of them?
Yes. So this is being recorded. Yes,
Yeah.
this is being recorded. And so this is our 5th one, I think, is it, Simone? The 5th one we've done?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm keeping I'm putting them all on the Substack so that when I do turn on page, then I have got a lot that people can look at. I guess I have to find out about insurance before I even turn on paid. Like, is it worth it? Like, is business worth it? This I still want to do whether I have a business or not, because I really like this and I want to get better at painting. I want to be better at painting, and I like interacting like with other people who want to do what I want to do, like making friends. Yeah. So I will still keep doing this whether I have a business or not.
And I like it because it makes me paint, like I actually do some every week,
Yeah. It is good, actually. I've painted more this last month than I have in the last 6 months, really.
Yes.
And it's because of this.
Me too.
So it's been really good. Yeah. So I haven't, when I turn on page, I'd love some support in getting it out there. It'd be really good. And then when I turn on paid, I also have better start posting to social media myself.
Yes.
Beforehand, it doesn't have to be big and flash and fancy, and you don't have to have a big system. You don't have to have a big system and 100 lots of content already lined up. Just say, hi, this is me, and this is what I've been doing lately. That's it.
You could even do what you're doing now and just say, I don't know, I'm in the trial process, I don't know if it's going to go ahead, but just wanted to let you in on my journey as it begins. Because that's why I started an Instagram account, because I was following people at the time. I was only learning to paint, and they're like, I think it was Michelle Lloyd. I don't know if you know her from United Art Space. She's in the UK.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I was actually with her before I saw Sophie. But she was like, how to build your business and that. And I kind of come across her at the same time I came across an acrylic masterclass. And I did that, as well as Nick Wilton. I think he's Art to Life.
Nick Wilton. Yeah, Nicholas Wilton. Yeah, he's great.
And I literally signed up for 3 masterclasses, which were all in the same week when I started painting. So I got Michelle, who was learning about business, and I got Acrylic University, where I learnt how to paint, all at the same time. And yeah, so she was really good with you are an artist, call yourself an artist, like even if you're not selling, call yourself an artist. So she was really good at that. And also post your stuff. You don't have to be great, because people want to see your journey as you get better.
How you've developed.
So
you're fascinated. It's all about telling a story and that sort of thing. You're advertising all based upon a story, and it's a bit like that with my surface pattern designs that I'm putting on fabric. That when you so it's easy to draw things, and then you say to yourself, oh, what am I gonna call this, right? It's really hard to come up with names. I might have done another pretty flower thing. What am I going to call this? They say do it the other way around. Make up a story, get an idea first, and then do your designs that match in with that. So I made up one called Pink Lemonade Picnic, and you imagine a picnic on a picnic rug with lovely lacy vintage serviettes and cut glass.
Oh, she's just frozen.
Lemonade sparkling in the sunshine, and strawberries and cream and scones and jam, and all that. And then you think, right, okay, now when I do this pink floral, it's going to be called strawberries and cream. And I've done these other ones that I've called cut glass decanter, because it's got this lovely, and you can sort of, and I think that everyone likes a good story, like it's sort of getting a little tiny glimpse into someone else's life. And
ladies, my iPad is going.
It makes it easier, I guess.
Oh, Jules. Okay.
Go.
Do you want to quickly share? I'll put you. Hang on a sec. I will put you on to. I'd love to see what you're doing. So spotlight. Oh,
beautiful!
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, your pelicans. Oh,
gosh.
Wow!
Really, that's so beautiful.
Amazing.
Wow!
Good on you.
Oh my gosh! Wow! There are
I've done quite a
things.
lot of plein air paint. They don't look that great in real life, but I have quite a lot of experience doing plein air. So being fast is my superpower.
Right.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Ah,
You
I
should.
haven't done any
Thank
plein
you.
air yet. I'll have to do that one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good push. I mean, the other thing I found was I was saying before that I've done a few 100-day projects and committing to doing something every day, and I would literally paint
Yeah.
something every single evening.
Yeah.
And it's just anything, you build the skill, don't you? You just get
Yeah.
faster as you're doing it. Yeah.
That's inspired me now, because I just couldn't do a year like Sophie, but she was saying you could do a 30-day one, but I just was like, oh, I'm not. I
Yeah.
wasn't in the headspace when she started, and I still aren't.
Well, you
I'm
can
still
start
not.
anytime, Tanya.
Pardon?
You can start anytime.
Yeah,
Anytime you could start. You don't have to start when she does.
and I kind of feel that I want to paint what I want to paint anyway. Like I'm trying to pump out little 8x10s anyway to put them on Etsy. So I feel like if I've got any time, that's what I want to do. I want to do the paintings that I'm actually doing, not just sketching. And like I have a big one on the easel here that I want to get done, because hopefully if it works out, I can put it in this exhibition that has extended its drop-off date. So I've
Who
got
would
other
like
things
to
I
share
want to do.
next? Who would like to share?
Simone would love to.
Oh, what have we got?
All right.
Okay. All right. So this is always a bit tricky. So there's my shell.
Oh, lovely.
Is that watercolor
And then-
paint?
Yeah, it's watercolor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
that's my little van.
Oh,
Oh,
cute.
that's so
Cute.
cute.
And that's a
looks great.
Sharpie pen I used. I sort of did the colors and then went back with a Sharpie afterwards, because I
Yeah.
love outlines. And then, whoops, it's stuck on my thing. My whale,
Wow.
Lovely.
Yeah,
which
well,
actually, again, I did the black. I think I did the lines first and then went back after. I drew it first and then put a bit of paint and then went back and did the lines. And I only got as far as drawing the picture with the pelicans, but
very good. Yeah, wow.
There's a lot.
no paint. That's all Sharpie. So
Yeah,
Oh,
wow.
looks great.
and
That's a
then
good idea.
this is, I'm not very happy with this one. It's just all blobby. I'm not really very good at doing.
I love it.
It's lovely,
Yeah.
and it looks like a fresh underpainting. I like it. I mean,
Yeah.
it just needs detail, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was thinking too.
Right. Okay.
And it's so big. So you did well to get that done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought, well, because it's a nice big picture, I thought I might as well try
Use
you
it.
know, I had a spare bit of paper, I thought handy, I thought might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Oh.
interesting. So you reckon I could go out, keep working on that, like just
Yeah.
use that as the under, and then right. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Just detail.
Because I
Much
love
better. Yeah. Just put more detail on
Julian
top.
and Sam. Right. Okay. Because Julie and Sam, when you did your watercolors, your tree line was all like one big long continuous sort of blurry, all colors going into each other sort of. And whereas mine's all dab, 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 which is, I don't know, I suppose it's an acrylic thing that
It's
I'm
like
using watercolors.
Mm.
It looks like impressionistic style. How, like, the dots of color, dabs of color.
Like
True.
mosaics.
I think it looks lovely.
You
Yeah.
want to share?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, Tanya.
I don't know if you can. Oh, hang on.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Can you see
Beautiful.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. They're good. Excellent.
Very
Yeah,
blurry.
color in the background. It is a bit blurry. Are you just using the computer's webcam? Oops.
Yeah, and it's an
Pull it
old
away a
laptop.
little bit.
It's
Okay.
Yeah,
way.
me too.
Looks like
That's
a
better.
lovely landscape. That's excellent.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
yeah,
very
that's the
good.
only two I did. So,
Wow, you did very well.
and that's just, I'm actually using the pan pastels, and I don't even have the proper paper for it. So you're supposed to use like a sandpapery texture
Yeah.
one that actually,
Wow.
so it can hold more of the
Right.
pastel, and you can layer it. And this is just like a Kmart canvas pad. So it's not even the proper stuff. So yeah, I didn't expect too much, but it was fun to join in.
Great.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed it.
Good.
Thanks
Yeah, it was
very much,
great.
everyone, and thanks,
Yeah,
Sam.
thank you, Sam.
Great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Julie. Yeah, thanks, Jules. I will I'm going to message you a bit later, or I'll call you.
Okay, lovely to meet everybody. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Sam, I'm about to die. So.
All right. Thank you so
no
much
worries.
again. Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
See ya.
See you later.
Yeah. Okay, I'll share mine. I feel like I didn't get
Yeah.
at all.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Put this on Spotlight. Okay, so
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's what I want to know how to do.
I think because I'm hosting, I can only. You mean Spotlight?
Well, no, the way you paint, I like it,
Oh.
especially that little landscape. Yeah, I'd love to learn how to paint like that. That to me, mine's
I
doesn't
like
feel-
the landscape, but the others. Look, I hardly got any of the shells done. Hang on a sec. There we go. I've just didn't get very far with the shells at all. And then I did the whale, and I also didn't get very far with that. And the colours. Anyway, I don't like anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't like the colours, but I am going to go over these. I'm not finished with these yet.
Okay,
and then I started to like the pelicans. And then the fourth one. Oh, yeah, wait, the combi.
Yeah, it's cute.
I didn't get very far with that either. And then
Very
the landscape is my favourite one. I really like
it's good.
Yeah. It's turned out good.
Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, I actually struggled today. I think I struggle nearly every day. But I really struggled. Gouache is quite different to watercolour. I mean, there's a lot of similarities, but the layering of it, because it keeps reworking into itself, I'm finding that hard to get the colour that I want. And it dries really fast on the palette and then it reworks with itself. So it's learning how to layer the gouache as well. But anyway, that was
Have you ever used a Masterson's Stay Wet palette?
No, but I was thinking about that yesterday. What I've done today, I've got, and it hasn't quite worked. I've got a piece of ordinary, it's palette paper for like acrylics. So it's like sort of like kitchen baking paper. And underneath it, I've got I used a baby white, which I'd actually rinsed. So I got all the aloe vera out. I mean, I could have just used paper towel actually. And I put that underneath the paper. Because I tried with just paper towel and putting the gouache on paper towel, but the paper towel just absorbed all of the gouache. And
I just made my own. Like, I could show you. This is a bit yucky, but I just used like a plastic container from Kmart.
Yeah.
Rectangular one.
Yeah.
And then I used just a cheap chamois, and I put a chamois underneath there, which wet. And then this paper, which I put my paint on, is the proper Masterson's Stay Wet palette paper. So I just buy that, and I buy the big one, fold it in half and cut it, and then it fits this size container, which was $3 because people who had bought the Mastersons said, it's really basically $50 or $60, $70 for the container, and then you do get, starting paper and like their Stay Wet foam pad thing. But that chamois works, you just keep wetting it. But my palette, my paints stay in there, and I just keep adding to it, and then I just re-wet it, and I just spray them with a sprayer. But that's how I keep my.
And what sort of paint is it?
It's acrylic.
What sort of paint is it? And it stays wet.
Yeah, it stays moist. Yeah, and when it will dry out because we're in Queensland and it does get really hot, but stays wet.
How long has it been? How long would it be wet for?
Like weeks, like a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Like I still got to wet it down because in my dry heat, when you're using them, I find I still spray it. But if you keep the chamois moist, you can use kitchen towel, paper towel. Just use a few layers of it so it stays wet longer. But I just use that as a makeshift. Just Google DIY Masterson's Stay Wet palette. And I did used to use baking paper too. I used to use baking paper on top of the chamois, but it doesn't last as long and it will rip. Whereas that lasts I won't change it for like a month or so.
That's interesting because I wondered about that. I did Google the Stay Wet paper, the palette paper yesterday. what is the difference? I've just got a cheap brand of palette paper that, I mean, I've had it for years. I think someone even gave it to me because I can't ever remember buying it.
Yeah.
It's just ordinary palette paper, which just looks like the kitchen paper. But I wondered what the difference was, because I did look on Amazon yesterday for that Masterson's Stay Wet palette paper, and I was wondering about the difference between that palette paper and the palette paper that I've got.
Ordinary palette paper.
I
Yeah,
might come and try it anyway, I think.
yeah.
Maybe it might not last as long, but if it's cheaper and easier to get, then, because I know I can even buy it at my local IGA palette paper, you know, like it's just a Montmartre or something, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well this is it stays, it's, I'm just trying to think, it's a similar feeling to like probably a really good quality baking paper, you know, like it's
so is
sort
it
of
thicker, like thicker than baking paper?
Yeah, kind of thicker, but not too much. It's just a different quality. Yeah, and I think whereas that's the difference, it's not actually like what you would call a true paper, you know, like I'd have to check out what the palette papers are like, but they're like a pad, aren't they? Like a throwaway pad, like probably something similar to a paper pad.
They curl. The paper can curl quite easily.
True.
Yeah.
No, well, like, I mean, this is how disgusting my palette is, right? But that's because I just keep using it on top of, like, just so it stays there forever.
I might stop the recording now, but I'm going to stay on for a little bit if we want to keep chatting. So I might just say thank you so much for joining us today, everyone.
Oh, good. It's been great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Simone.
Practicing. And so I think my plan was to do this every second week. And I was thinking I would do second Saturday and fourth Friday of each month. But at the moment, I'm actually happy to keep doing it every week until when I turn on for paid, I won't, but for just enjoying, like for practice, like, I'm happy to do this every week. I was thinking Fridays, I might like to work some Fridays because sometimes I get to work in art at school on Fridays. But at the moment you're not free. Oh, well, I'll stop the recording and then we can chat about this later afterwards. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye and stop the recording. So thanks, everyone, and thank you for watching the replay if you're watching the replay, and love to see what you've done. So just # Sam Ashley Art Club. And I'll talk to you later.